Well, good morning, everybody. Good to see you here Wednesday morning. We're ready to faith the day, Psalm 55. Do you ever just want to run away? Seriously. Did you ever just wish you could just sprout wings and fly away, so to speak, and just leave all your cares and all your worries and all your problems behind? That's what David says in Psalm 55. David is, again, in a difficult time. He writes in verse 6, he says, "So I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Indeed, I would wander far off and remain in the wilderness. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest." He was like, man, if I could just get away from this situation, if I could just escape from it, if I could just fly away from the storm, away from the difficulty. And so really David's difficulty, and I'll just go ahead and read this in verses 12 through 14. David's difficulty is not even at this point what his enemies were doing to him. It was a betrayal by a friend. So listen to what he says. He says, "For it is not an enemy who reproaches me, then I could bear it, nor is it one who hates me or who has exalted himself against me, because then I could hide from him. But it was you, a man my equal, my companion, my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together. We walked to the house of God in the throng." So if any of you have ever been betrayed by someone close to you, I'm sure you know what David feels like. It doesn't have to be a betrayal, but just life itself can just be a storm. It can be like we're put in a vice and we're just being squeezed, and it can be like a great storm that we never seem to be able to come out of. And we just want to fly away, and we just want to run away, and we just want to get away, and we just want to hide, and we just want to be free from the things of life. And here's what David finally comes down to. He understands this. He says, look, he says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." David says, what I've had to learn to do, I've had to learn to take this burden, and I have had to learn to put it on God, because he is the one who sustains me. He is the one who keeps me upright. He is the one who holds me up. He is the one who keeps me on my feet. He is the one who is able to keep me moving forward. The New Testament says to cast your care upon him, referring to God. Cast your care upon him because he cares for you. Listen, God is the only one. God is the only foundation for your life. God is the only strength for your life. God is the only peace that you're going to find for your heart and for your mind. He is the one who is going to sustain you. He is the one that's going to keep you from crumbling. And I like this little verse and passage in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and it's in verse 7 through 9. He's talking about that we have the grace of God in these frail human bodies with our frail emotions and our weaknesses, and we'll just listen. He says, "We have this treasure in earthen vessels, so that the excellence of the power may be of God and not of us." He says, "We are hard pressed on every side, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but we are not in despair. We are persecuted, but we are not forsaken. We are struck down, but we are not destroyed." Yeah, life comes at us, and life wants to crush us, and life wants to break us. But when God is sustaining us, we are not destroyed. When God is sustaining us, we are maintained. So cast your burden on the Lord. He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. He will never allow you to be shaken to destruction, because he will be the foundation of your life. Hey, you having a tough time? You want to just get away? Cast it on the Lord. Let him sustain you. Go out there with Psalm 55, faith today. God bless you. Love you guys. Bye.